I have reluctantly typed out a 6-page response to all the criticism we get around here. Let's see, one, two, that's only, 6 page. If you would like a copy of this, our answer to all the rumors going around, I can't believe this stuff. Mark Stoney used to work here, he got kicked out of the military for being, loony, and he is loony. We sent him he's gone. Okay, been gone a couple of years. He just did one video. Kent Hovind is a child molester. And you look at it, it's because his 6-year-old daughter was over at our house, and they lived right here in cabin 5. And I broke my back and I've had whiplash twice. Somebody was massaging my back for me, and she came in and said, "Can I do your feet?" I said, "Well, sure." So the 6-year-old girl rubbing my feet, for my broken foot, I have pain all the time, but I never complain. Okay. And so he says that's child. I molested his daughter because she rubbed my feet. The guy is certifiably insane. So please, if you would like to hear answers to all the critics, I don't want to waste a lot of time on that. I spend time focusing on getting the gospel out. But once in a while, you got to stop and give a defense, like Paul did in several places in there.
When he says there at the end that this guy is certifiably insane, I can't help but to think that he's talking about himself, because nothing of what he said about me is true. I'm not loony. I think I've got some pretty good company here that would testify to that fact. I certainly wasn't kicked out of the military for being loony. I was honorably discharged. So that's just a bold-faced lie. And as far as what happened with Kent and my daughter and this massage, well, my daughter saw this clip, and what she responded to it, and I'll quote her directly. She said, "Why doesn't he just shut up and go to jail?" For a 9-year-old to say that, she's 9 now, that's pretty profound. It's already been hashed out that nothing beyond some very I can't tell what was going on in Kent's head. I don't know what that was about for him. I certainly can't say. And we've all heard Joanna's description, which I don't believe is any way, shape, or form accurate. But he seems to have skirted very close to the lines of legality. I think there's no question that this is beyond the pale when we're talking about morality. I mean, a 70-year-old man shouldn't have somebody else's 6-year-old daughter touching them in any way, shape, or form. But he's here saying that that's exactly what happened. And my daughter has told me that this did happen, but it's nothing like the way he describes. The way she described it when I first found out, I had some kind of pain or soreness, and I said, because I do complain about pain when I'm in pain. I think that's pretty natural to do. She offered to give me a massage, and she said she was the best massager in the world, and that kind of struck me as odd, because I had never asked her to give me a massage or explain to her what a massage was, or anything of that sort. And here she is saying she's the best massager in the world, and it begged the question, who told you that? Because it certainly wasn't me. And without hesitation, she told me that Kent Hovind told her she was the best massager in the world. So that immediately threw up so many I don't even know what to describe them as: red flags, dad mode, engaged, you name it. But um that was a tough pill to swallow. And I think we can all agree that no matter how Kent wants to portray that, it's wildly inappropriate, especially for a man who claims to be a prophet and a preacher and, a teacher and all this, and this big, upstanding, moral Christian. You be the judge. Am I loony? And is my daughter wrong when she says Kent should shut up and go to jail? Should 70-year-old men be having 6-year-old girls whether they're related or not, giving them massages. I think the answers to these questions are obvious, and I don't think it takes, any kind of special person to be able to answer, these questions I've proposed. I would like for Kent to give an explanation for this. Where's his evidence that I was kicked out of the military for being loony? We've already got the testimony of the people that were involved in these massages, including Kent's confession now, apparently, that these did in fact take place. So I think some answers are in order. Uh, I really don't know what else to say. This is beyond the pale.
So
Is this the first time he admitted to doing this,
Well,
Mark?
yes. This is the first time he's mentioned it, and it's completely unprovoked. I didn't make a video saying Kent Hovind is a pedophile. That didn't happen. You can look at my channel. I haven't deleted anything. I don't have any other channels that are posting anything like that. I do have a couple of troll accounts. I'm sure some of you are aware of them. But, that's just for fun. It's not like I'm out trying to spread, you know, false news on Kent Hovind or whatever. I don't have anything to do with a video titled Kent Hovind is a pedophile, and I've never even made that claim. In
no,
fact,
you haven't. You haven't.
I've
You have never said that. You just said what he did was inappropriate. And
absolutely,
that's correct.
And in fact, I've stood up for the man when people have said he's a pedophile, and said I haven't seen any evidence of that. Sure, he's done some pretty creepy things, especially in the context of my own child, and the people that he calls his best friends, and that are welcome at Dinosaur Adventureland anytime. But no, I wouldn't say that Kent Hovind himself is a pedophile. I don't have the evidence to say that. I would definitely say he's very creepy, especially in the way that he addressed this. I mean, did you notice how when he was saying, I never complain about, hurting, right after complaining about a broken back and then a broken foot, which, I guess those are interchangeable. But, he never complains, even though he's complaining. And obviously, this little rant he's making is one big complaint about the fact that people like myself have spoken up, against some of the probably lesser evils in this man's life. To be honest, I think Hovind said it all. I mean, that almost goes without commentary, without need for saying anything.
Right.
It's just disgraceful that someone would put their face in front of a camera and let these words come out of their mouths, knowing, like, you can tell he is so insecure about what he's saying. I mean, the look in his eye right now, he's looking to his audience for some kind of validation, and it's probably not even there in his audience. Like, what level of depravity do you have to slump to say it's perfectly fine for a 70-year-old man to have somebody else's daughter give them any kind of massage without any kind of consent or conversation or permission? Not that I would have given it, but wow, it's I don't know what
Right.
else to say. It speaks for itself. The Hovind has spoken.